Okay, here we go. Time to continue the princely beatdown. This is a hand that I would consider throwing back. We do have a prince. We've got both colors, so we need to draw another time sigil. But we've got a nice 3, a reasonable 4, and we have a couple options for 5. Reliquary Raider is really a pretty good card, I think. This is very close. Let's go ahead and keep it. Um, this may not work out great, but I think that we've got a lot of strong cards, and we will hopefully hit the sigils we need. So we did not get one that turn. We just need to draw a white sigil within the next 2 turns to have this be a good start. And then we'll hopefully draw 2 sigils, including a white, within the next 3 turns. All right, so there we go. We're on track to play our prince. And the prince can easily overpower this mere 3/2. So that is pretty nice. We need to hit. We want to hit. We do want to hit 2 more. So we want to hit. We still want to hit 2 sigils within our next 3 turns. But we've got a good start here. We are going to play prince, and the opponent probably doesn't have attacks after this. If they do attack us, they likely have the +3/+3 spell, and if they do, then we'll just, it'll be fine. Okay, so our prince goes down to a 3/5, but it can still kill either of those things. So the opponent does not have a combat trick they want to play right now, and we do not have a 4th mana, so we'll just get this out and pass the turn. We did not want to attack there because we can swing in for 3, but then the opponent just takes it and they hit us back for 7. Right now, this prince is holding both of these back. We do need to get a flyer to deal with this thing, but wow, this is incredible. Actually, I didn't really think about the fact that this pumps our serpent trainers, so we're going to go ahead and discard to get land here if we can, and we actually we'll just see what we discard. We are for sure doing this. And it's going to be a little bit painful to discard one of these because they all got pumped, but we are probably using our 1 mana to play this Predator's Instinct. So let's discard a 5-drop. And I really want to keep all these things that got bigger, but we're probably pitching Xenan Guardian because I don't think this is going to come into play this game, and our other cards are all better than Xenan Guardian without needing 8 extra mana. So we'll get rid of that. When you discard a 5/5 for 4, that's pretty bad times. But we'll go ahead and get some buy some time here by removing their flyer, and we'll keep the prince to block again. Looks like we're in good shape here because we're going to play, well, not 2, but we're going to play one of our own flyers so that can spawn an additional one. So this is sort of like, this is going to either be a 4/4 or a 6/6 worth of flying, and that's a lot on its own. And now we only need 1 additional sigil to play the rest of the stuff in our hands. So I think we're going to be able to overwhelm the opponent with what we've got here, based on our current card quality being higher than what we can expect on average the opponent to have. That's fine. That doesn't get anything through our prince still. Yeah, I mean, he can attack with both, but he loses the 3/2. Oh, okay. Sure, that's fine. The opponent could have played that to onto our prince and turned it into a 1/1, and I believe it would keep the -2 power. That would be an interesting thing to find out about. And this can target an opponent's creature. So I'll have to do some practice games at some point to find out like how some of this stuff works with false prince. Because like, if the opponent could play Predator's Instinct to turn our prince into a 0/1, that would have been like a lot better than removing our 2/3. Okay, so the opponent's got a flyer, and this thing has no. No, it has power. It's got 2 left, so that's incredible. We've got a great attacker there. None of these mattered before combat, so we'll just send this flyer in. The opponent can't really block. We get a 2/2 out of it, and I think we want Reliquary Raider first. Let's see, this is 6/6, so if this attacks in, then it gets blocked by like a 4/4 and a 2/2, and then this thing can come back later. But we do get to draw a card if it attacks. If this thing attacks in, it gets blocked by a 3 and a 4. So it still just kills 2 of their things. So I think we're going to go with Reliquary Raider because there's a chance that the opponent like makes a strange attack and we get to gain some life out of this and draw a card. We will draw a card from this eventually. So this has our plays are all pretty close to the same thing, and this has the most potential to be redonkulous. Yeah, these are all just pretty much big things, so we're in a good spot. Who's going back to hand? What? Wait, what? Oh, it has killer. Okay. So they're going to play that and kill our 2/4, and it is still a 4/4. That's a nice play. Pretty sweet, but I don't know if that's going to be enough to matter. We do want to offer our 2/2 as a trade, and this is exhausted. So for them to kill our 6/6, they would have to block with both of their 3/2s, and I think we're okay with that. We may actually just be attacking with everything. They will probably block our 2/2. They will for sure block our 6/6, and if they don't block our 6/6, we just get to draw 2 cards. And if the prince attacks, that would just leave them a 2/2. So they could also block a 3/2 and a 2/2 on the prince and kill it, and we'd just trade the prince for a 3/2, but that means we're getting in with the 6, so we can attack with everything here. That was maybe a bit more explanation than some of you needed for that that combat, but I just wanted to be thorough. Please, just take 9. Please do that. Okay, sweet. So we are keeping our 6/6 in play. The opponent is taking this trade, but that's great for us because we're giving the opponent. Yeah, that's fine. We're gonna kill. Can green and white bring things back from the discard? It might be able to, but it also might be able to bounce this out of play. But that really doesn't matter because if they can bounce this, they could just bounce something else anyway. So we'll kill this one because it's less bad if they bring back the 3/2. So the opponent is going with the route that lets them trade our 3/5 for their 3/2, but it's great for us because we drew a card off of Reliquary Raider and we're going to draw another one. So we gave the opponent an extra card out of it. Like they got card advantage by keeping a 2/2 in play, but we got to draw a freaking card, which is amazing. So anyway, if we want to play on curve, we'll drop these Terrax hatchlings, but I think we want to just get big with the dinosaur. The +2/+2 on this I think is worth what we paid for. Ooh, we can knock that thing out of the sky. So if we attack now with our 6/6 on our dinosaur, they didn't block the 6/6 last turn, which makes me think they will not block it this time. And I think we will use our Predator's Instinct. So let's get this dude in play, and we're going to give him Killer. And he's going to kill their 3/3 flyer just to get it off the board. We could kill their 4/4, and that would make it so they couldn't kill our dinosaur. No, they still could. They'd have to do a big block to kill our dinosaur, but we're gonna take their flyer out. And we're going to send these to him. Rawr! Rawr! And we draw a card. This is amazing. The opponent, I think, needs to block our 6/6, so they should put the 2/2 and the 4/4 in front of that and take 8. But we're really happy to have them taking 8. All right, they're gonna double block that and try to bring their 4/4 back from the graveyard, which is fine because we get to draw another card next turn. Like we're just not gonna be able to play all these amazing cards that we've got in hand. Next turn we could loot, although not that there's gonna be a next turn. I was gonna say we could loot and play the 5-drop, but it's probably better to just play the 7 because at that point in the game we don't really need to be looking for card quality. And we don't really care if we're hitting our sigil drops. So the looter was basically like we were basically done looting at that point, unless we just had like 2 sigils in hand at the same time. That went pretty well. The thing that pumped our cards in hand was huge in that game. Like that was just an absurd bonus to have on all that stuff. I really did not. I didn't even think about the fact that it was going to make our serpent, whatever the serpent trainer guy is, the one that makes it The 2/2 that makes an additional 2/2. I did not think about the fact that that thing was going to get bigger, and that guy is a 4/4 is pretty tough to handle. Getting 6 power for 4 mana is incredible. This game looks like it's going to take a little bit to start. They're just trying to find an opponent with as many princes and dinosaurs as we've got. There we go. Okay, we've got triple blue. Triple blue! I guess we know what we're discarding to Blind Storyteller. That's nice. Triple blue and triple white cost. But we do have Amber Acolyte. And Reliquary Raider is good. It was really good in that last game, too. We're keeping this because Blind Storyteller, and we're just going to fix our hand up for the first couple turns. I need to pay more attention to who's on the play because I'm not used to... I mean, normally in a card game I would be aware of that, but there's like a really small like thing, and it shows it on the portrait, so it shows it like right here on their portrait. It is unfortunate we didn't draw a Time Sigil that turn, because if we draw into False Prince, we can't play it. We'll pitch this Sigil. Do we have Thanks? I mean, no. We'll tell them we'll be their Huckleberry. So this is nice. We'll next turn play the Time Sigil and play our 2/1. And get another Time Sigil. And we're on pretty good track here. Nice Blitz. I like your style. Yeah, we're pretty well on track to drop all our stuff out of our hand. We'll take the trade. That's fine. It's actually really good that they offered us the trade because they have a 3/3, which would have prevented our 2/1 from attacking. So if they just held it back, they could. I mean, they were like wanting to simplify the board there, I guess, which is great because we're fine with that. And now we've got a 5/5. We may not. It's actually kind of funny that we're playing this Blind Storyteller and like activating it like once, but that's kind of what we're trying to do with this deck. Like, we basically just want it in case we have to, you know, get through our deck. So we'll just send in the Prince and see what happens. They might double block. They probably won't. Like, they're probably planning to just attack us back, but their 3/3 is not going to be able to attack through this dinosaur. We also could have played Reliquary Raider there, but I wanted to get the higher stat card into play because I don't think we're going to be blocking with it, and I just want to put more pressure on the opponent. They can block. They'll probably block with a 2/1 and a 3/3 on this. This turn is a little less straightforward for us. We're probably playing either a Reliquary Raider or another dinosaur. We can also, like, another play we've got is Looter and Twinning Ritual, but I don't like that very much because we would need to draw, like, a 2-drop and discard one of our 5s or 7s. So I don't like looting, and I don't like Twinning Ritual this turn because we want to keep up the pressure. Our things are both 5 toughness, but they didn't block our Prince last turn, so they're probably double blocking our dinosaur with a 3/3 and a 2/1. And then they're going to hit us back for 4 in the air. So we're going to send our 5 toughness creatures in. We should expect to lose the 6/5. Or have them take 11. Okay. Well, I was interested in playing the Reliquary Raider there, but maybe the dinosaur is better. Next turn, though, we could, if we draw a Sigil, we can Twinning Ritual the Raider. And they're at 9, so no matter what we play, we need to hit them with 2 of our creatures to kill them. We'll play the Terrazon. I think I would rather have 2 Raiders than have 2 more 6/5s. So they just drew a 4/6, and that is it's a 6-mana 4/6. So they could put a 4/6 at this turn, and that would actually be really good against the Raider. But it's not quite as good against our dinos. And this is fine. This is actually good for us that they're sending the flyers in because we have a big life advantage right now, so we don't really have to worry about those things attacking us. That's unfortunate because we didn't draw a land, and it's going to be hard for us to... I guess we can loot, and if we don't hit a sigil, we can like discard Twinning Ritual and play this thing. They've got a good block for a 5/5 because they can put a 4/6 and a 1/1 in front of it. So if they put a 4/6 and a 1/1 in front of our 5/5, we trade False Prince for a Wisp. But then we also hit them for 6, and these two should... the 3/3 and 2/1 should block one of these. So we could put our opponent at 3, kill off 3 of their things, and that leaves them with a 4/6 and 2 1/1s, and it leaves us with 6/5 and whatever we play, which is good, but I think we could do better, so we'll just send these two. The 4/6 and the 1/1 are really good against our False Prince, so they're just going to do a chump there. It looks like the opponent is going to try to race us in this game. Like, they haven't been blocking with the 2/1 and the 3/3, which is great, because it's kind of like they just didn't have these things in play. Wow, they're at 3, but they're going to have 5 blockers next turn. We want to get the most power into... oh, okay, they say good game, so it's probably done. But I want to make sure... yeah, we'll just Twinning Ritual our 4/4. No, we'll Twinning Ritual this thing and play our 4/4. I just want to make sure we're setting ourselves up. Like, it looks like we're pretty much winning this. Deal 1 to each enemy unit and stun them. Oh, that's pretty good. Okay, that's a big tempo turn. This guy had endurance apparently, so that's fine. So this is a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13 they're attacking for, and we're gonna make the block here. So the opponent's gonna be hitting us for 10. But I guess that's fine, because we should be able to get a couple... well, we can't get a couple of blockers. We can get 1 blocker next turn, and it's a pretty good blocker because it gives us life when it does it. So if the opponent removes... yeah, if the opponent removes our 5/5, I guess we're actually dead here. I did not expect our whole team to get stunned. But if the opponent does not remove our 5/5, then we get a huge attack back. So... okay, so they can hit us for 8. Alright, well, this is very, very close. But they're at 3, and we're going to have 4 attackers here. So they can't stun 2 of our units. Good game. I think that we just win. I don't know, I guess we'll find out. Okay, so that kills 1 of them. They blocked 2 of them. Okay. Yeah, they were out of mana there. Yeah, that opponent really had me guessing at the end there. I wasn't quite sure how that was gonna go. I really thought we had it locked up, and then they stunned the whole team. So that was sweet. That was a really nice play from that player, and went down to 1 and still managed to win. So that was a great game. I'll be back with another video right after this for me, whenever you're ready to watch it for you.